Exodus chapter 20, the Ten Commandments. And I'd like to start by backing up to Moses' encounter with God at the burning bush. Chapter 3, verse 1 begins, Moses was tending the flock of his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. He led the flock to the far side of the wilderness. He came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why the bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, Here I am. Do not come any closer, God said. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. Then he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. At this, Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. The Lord said, I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them out of that land to a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey, the home of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And now the cry of the Israelites has reached me, and I have seen the way the Egyptians are oppressing them. So now, go, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? Verse 12, And God said, I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain. Moses said to God, Suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you. And they ask me, What is his name? Then what shall I tell them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are going to say to the Israelites. I am hath sent me to you. God also said to Moses, Say to the Israelites, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, the name you shall call me from generation to generation. And that is the theme of our session. But I'd like to focus on verse 14 for a moment. God said to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. In another translation it says, Ehyeh has sent me to you. And now let us fast forward to Exodus chapter 20. The Israelites have come out of captivity, and they are at Sinai, and Moses has received from God the instructions that we call the Ten Commandments. Exodus 20, And God spoke all these words, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them, or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Verse 7, You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. And that verse, Exodus 27, is our starting point for today. The commandment we call the third commandment. The King James Version says, Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. We read earlier from the NIV, and there are a host of alternative translations we could look at if we want to unpackage what this verse is saying. I'm going to read a few alternative translations of this verse. You must not use the name of the Lord your God to make empty promises. If you do, the Lord will not let you go unpunished. You must not use the name of the Lord your God thoughtlessly. The Lord will punish anyone who misuses his name. You shall not use the name of Jehovah your God irreverently, nor use it to swear to a falsehood. You will not escape punishment if you do. No using the name of God, your God, in curses or silly banter. God won't put up with the irreverent use of his name. Never use the name of Yahweh, your Elohim, carelessly. Yahweh will make sure that anyone who carelessly uses his name will be punished. You shall not invoke the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not leave unpunished anyone who invokes his name in vain. Do not use the name of the Lord your God in a false way, for the Lord will punish the one who uses his name in a false way. And finally, you must not take the name of Adonai your God in vain, for Adonai will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Our passage for today focuses on the prophet Ezekiel. Ezekiel was the son of Buzi, a priest, who was taken captive with Jehoiakim and other Hebrews in 597 BC. Even though his exiled audience was cut off from the temple, the priesthood, and the related ceremonies and feasts, the prophet Ezekiel informed the exiles not only of these details, but also of the importance of obeying God's law and seeking after him.